Former Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has commenced campaign for the transition to clean energy systems that are driving economic growth, generating jobs and sustainable livelihoods, and helping to meet urgent climate goals. The commencement of the campaign is sequel to his recent appointment as the Global Advisor for Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet, GEAPP, with immediate effect. The campaign, which started from Lagos in Nigeria, is expected to cover other African countries, designed to empower individuals and small businesses with electricity that comes from renewable energy. Also speaking at the event in Lagos State, Chief Executive Officer GEAPP Simon Harford said the campaign started from Ikorodu Market in Lagos, where traders were provided with rooftop solar panels that generate electricity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to power their businesses. According to him, over 700 million people globally have no access to electricity, including Nigeria, while half of the global population lacks access to affordable, sufficient, and reliable energy to power their lives and businesses. He also added that GEAPP is determined to provide access to clean energy to provide globally, including Nigeria. And the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, has restated that its ongoing efforts geared at mobilizing stakeholders and harmonizing revenue collection systems in Abuja was geared towards wooing both local and foreign investors to the capital city. The FCTA Permanent Secretary, Adeshola Olushade, disclosed this at a one-day town hall meeting organized by the FCTIRS to further harness stakeholders' support for the implementation of the harmonization initiative. Olushade said it was imperative to make Abuja more investment-friendly for intending investors, noting that the decision to embark on the revenue collection harmonization drive in collaboration with the 6 area councils was also in sync with global best practices. Also speaking, Chairman of FCTRS, Haruna Abdullahi, explained that the processes of the harmonization were duly backed by extant laws and regulations. And audit professionals have called on President Bola Tinubu to expeditiously sign the new Federal Audit Service Bill. Recall that the National Assembly had passed and transmitted the bill to former President Muhammadu Buhari for assent to replace the 1956 Audit Act, which is still in operation. However, former President Buhari did not sign the bill into law. Experts have argued that a new audit regulation was critical to holding the government accountable and upholding transparency, adding that the federal government has had no audited account since 2019 with no explanation. They also pointed to the failure of many local governments to submit audit reports as stipulated in the 1999 Constitution. Also, a former president, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Ismaila Muhammadu Zakari, has joined other experts in urging the president to ensure speedy assent to the bill that the National Assembly passed in the March of 2023. And the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria has expressed optimism on the new tax policy of President Bola Tinubu, describing the move as being timely to spur economic growth. The institute also lauded federal government's decision setting up a presidential committee on fiscal policy and tax reforms headed by Taiwo Oyedele. It reiterated that the committee's mandate would improve the tax system and compliance level of payers. President Tinubu had recently signed 4 executive orders deferring and suspending the commencement of certain taxes paid by individuals and companies in the country. The orders, with key fiscal policy measures, featured prominently the suspension of the 5% excise tax on telecommunication services and excise duties on locally manufactured vehicles, among others. And a public affairs analyst has shed more light on the volatility in the forex market despite the harmonization of the exchange rate. According to a policy analyst, Sumbo Badejoko, the collapsing of the exchange is a good move, but that the CBN must provide incentives to small-scale businesses in order to improve the growth in the economy. Badejoko, while speaking on iBrandTV's Business Breakfast on Thursday, said the current volatility in the market will take time to adjust as the economy is still reacting to the impact of the policy.
What the CBN can do is to give incentives in terms of privilege to those who are producing locally, so that we can be sending out value-added products to attract, to boost the forex remittances. We cannot continue to rely on just the crude, because that's the major thing that we send, and some other agricultural products that are raw materials. The value that would have in international trade cannot be compared to the value finished products or processed items would have in international trade. These are what the government could do to encourage that, okay, other cost of productions are subsidized in the area of looking at how the price of diesel would come down, how power can be fixed. These are things removing from levies in terms of import duty without flashing it out, granting moratorium to those who are in business. And that, in a way, would put the forex reserve. And of course, the government now, as a policy, can also improve the other services that we go out to explore, education and health. When we have good health facilities, in the place, people will not need to go. Even as we speak, there are health facilities that are of international standards, though private, but it's still cheaper than going abroad for them. By the time the pressure on the dollar is reduced, there will be sufficiency for those who actually need it genuinely for business.